We're about to talk about why you should not quit trading. Showing you guys the whip I'm about to drive around, and not because I'm trying to flex on you, but the truth is I'm only showing it to you to motivate you. These things you can achieve. I'm 12 years deep into trading, going to 13, and all you guys want to quit on your first month, your first 3 months, your first year. And look, I was in the same exact spot. I wanted to quit inside the car. It's starting to rain. I wanted to quit as well. I wanted to give up, but I didn't. And this is why I'm here. The only difference between me and you, it's not I'm smarter, I'm better, I know some secrets you don't. I just didn't give up. And honestly, I can't blame you. Day trading is one of the hardest things that you can do in your life. It's one of the hardest skills that you can teach yourself. Why? Number one, it's lonely. Number two, you have to go out there and find the information yourself. You can't join a college, you can't join a university. Yes, there's mentors out there, there's programs you can buy, there's YouTube videos you can buy. But that is really hard to do because there's just so much information and you don't know what else to do. All you guys that might have tried trading, either you give up on the first step, which is the easiest step to give up on, which is just taking your first step. Not being scared of what's out there, not being scared of the charts, not being scared of trying to read the markets, not being scared of trying to learn and better yourself. If you're in that step and this is why you're quitting, you just have to find a reason or a why strong enough that wants you to keep going. The people that are quitting on the first step just don't have enough drive in themselves, and that drive can either be they're just being lazy, and a lot of times being lazy just means you don't have a reason for yourself to improve yourself. This is why people that come from a tough upbringing, don't have a lot of money, they have a lot of people depend on them, tend to do really well. Why? They have a strong why. They have a reason they need to make it. They have people depend on them. They have something that's bigger of themselves. While people that are comfortable, you have a solid job, or you come from a good family, you don't really have to worry about much. Those people tend to be a lot more lazy because they don't really need to put in any work. They don't really need to put in effort. They don't know what's it like to struggle. They don't know what's it like to be at the bottom. So if you're one of those people who's like, hey, I'm just scared of getting into it, like I'm just now getting started and I already want to quit, just work on your why. Find a reason that's strong enough that it's not gonna make you quit. It's gonna keep you up at night to keep working. While the people that are just struggling, the people that are in a tough position, they know what's it like to be at the bottom. They know what's it like to not have enough money for the bills. They know what's it like to have a mom, parents, a family member, sister, brother, whatever it is, it depends on them. Those people are really not gonna struggle with this first step, and they're really gonna struggle more when it actually becomes to the act of trading, the act of trying to get on the charts and make money. Now, that is a lot more complex. When you are trading, you're like, hey, I keep blowing accounts, I keep failing, I keep losing money. Now you're struggling with the information aspect of it. You're struggling with one, a proper strategy, or two, a mentality. I recently had a student that today announced he quit his job 3 days ago and he's full-time trading. This week he got a $9,000 payout. And it made me realize it's like how many people out there could be the same guy. How many people out there could be this guy that quits his job and is able to pursue full-time, pretty much the dream that we all are trying to strive for when we are getting into day trading, but they're quitting beforehand. Many people just cannot see the tunnel at the end of the road. How many people are letting their emotions take over, not only on the charts, but off the charts, that's getting them to quit before they get to their goal. Now, I've been trading for 12 years. I've thought about quitting multiple times through my journey. Just like everybody, it's like, I'm losing money. I don't know if I can do this. I don't really know anybody that's making this work. Yes, I see these people online, they're doing well, but can that really be me? Can I really be the next person that becomes a full-time trading? It feels like a dream. But when you actually realize that there's a ton of people out there, more people than you might think, that are achieving this dream, that are regular folks just like you. They're not smarter than you. They're not better than you. They don't know a secret that you don't have. Even when it comes down to their strategy, it's not like they learned a magical indicator or they studied a magical indicator and now they became profitable. They've just committed to one, the rules, which is really hard. A lot of you guys have the proper strategy. A lot of you guys have the proper knowledge, but you're not committing to the rules. You are in this mindset, it's like, hey, I need to hit this home run trade to finally make money. When in reality, it's not that. In reality, you make money trading, not with one home run trade, but you make money when you're following your rules day in and day out, and slowly over the course of a few months, you start reaping the benefits. You start reaping those payouts, those max allocation, a live account. You have to slowly work your way up to it. It doesn't just happen overnight. It doesn't just happen in one trade. The mindset you're looking for, that huge home run trade, you're gonna full pour every account, is what's really holding you back. Because it's also feeding into the two biggest issues that day traders have, which is greed, right? You're being greedy, you're trying to get these huge gains, or you're not happy. And two, FOMO. Every day you're feeling like, hey, I'm missing out. I see these other people winning, because you don't see the work they're putting in behind the charts, and you want to make as much money as them. The reality is that when you look at other people winning and you start feeling FOMO, you start feeling like, hey, why is this person getting all these payouts? Why have I not? You don't know what their journey was. You don't know if they've been trading for 10 years. You don't know. You're only seeing the highlights. You're only focusing on the good. You don't know how many accounts they've blown up. You don't know how many losses they've taken. You don't know even if they're up year to date. So we make this mistake as humans, that we hyper focus on people that are doing well, but we're only start focusing on them when they're doing well. You didn't see their journey. For me, when I was a struggling trader, when I was losing money, nobody cared. Nobody was watching a video. I wasn't even uploading, but like nobody would have cared even if I was. But now that I've been doing so well, they're saying, oh wow, Antonio makes all this money, I'm gonna do the same. Yeah, can you put in 10 years of work? 99% of you guys are gonna say no. I had on TradingView at the end of the year, they tell you the stats of kind of how much time you spend on TradingView. In my Discord, which is 15,000 people, I had the highest stat of time on the charts. So think about all the work that I'm putting in versus you. Just think about that. A guy that's been profitable, he's been doing it for 12 years. He's outworking you day in and day out. I'm spending more time on the charts. Isn't that crazy? Like, shouldn't you be spending more time on the charts? Shouldn't my students be spending more time on the charts? And they're wondering why I'm getting the best results out of everybody. They're wondering why I'm doing so well. Well, guess what? Because I'm also putting in the most work. I didn't naturally was born and knew exactly how to trade and knew all this confluence, all the things I teach, that I post on YouTube, that I teach my mentorship students, that I teach mentorship class, that I live trade every single day. You think I was born with it? No, I wasn't. I just put in more work than everybody else. And you have to understand, that's almost with everything in life. If you were like, hey, I want to become the richest person doing this, or I want to become a professional soccer player, football player, whatever it is, to realize the guys that are professionals, they've put almost every single hour that we're awake into that skill and getting better at it, whether it's watching film, whether it's practicing, whether it's whatever they're doing, they're just outworking you. And the thing becomes that when you start just doing things, when you start just putting in work, it becomes a routine. You make that your routine, and when the routine, you can't stop doing it. For me, is I wake up, I trade. I already know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna look at the charts, I'm gonna back test, whatever it is. It's a part of my routine. I made it part of my life, and that's what you really need to do. Because you can watch this 15, 20-minute YouTube videos that are gonna motivate you and get you excited to trade, get you excited for the results that you can get. But the excitement fades away very quickly, guys. A couple days in, a couple hours in for some people, that excitement fades away. Like going to the gym, you get really excited. The first day, the first week, oh my God, I'm eating healthy. And a month later, you're right back to your old routine. You're right back to feeding the emotions, greed, ego, all those negative things that you know you shouldn't be doing, and you have the capability of stopping yourself. You're right back to it because you didn't make it your routine. Don't make mistakes. When you make mistakes, when you do just small things like, I'll full pour today just this one time. It's not this one time. It's a bad habit that you're feeding. Think about your bad habits and your good habits as little pets that you have that you're trying to feed, and you want to starve the bad habits as much as possible and feed the good habits. Same with your positive affirmations. Think positive in your head. Think that you can become successful. Think that you can become profitable. Think that you can do it. Think that your setups are going to work. Your risk management is going to be there. You're going to follow your rules, because then you're going to start focusing on all the positive things. I tell people, focus on the positive, because as humans in general, we focus a lot more on our negative things that affect our life. Why is that? Because as humans, just like when you see in the news, you get more excited when you see something negative, which is really bad for traders, because you're gonna start focusing on all your losses, all your blown accounts, all the times you want to give up, more than all the times you did well. On average, you focus 4 times more on negative events than positive events. So that means you can pass 4 accounts where you blow one, and you're still gonna focus on the negative. So you have to build that positive mindset. And it sounds corny, it sounds cringy, like it's all fugazi. And you might think that, and it's why you might not get the results. But I had faith that I knew I was gonna become profitable. I had faith that I knew I was gonna crush it. I was gonna do well. I was gonna become rich. I might not know exactly why. I might not exactly when. I might not exactly how. But I had that faith that I was really gonna achieve all those things. And you gotta have that same blind faith, and you'll feel like blind faith for a long period of time until it finally hits you one day. You're gonna wake up one day and you're like, wow, I'm successful. Wow, I didn't give up. I wanted to give up so many times, by which this is one video that helped me not give up. I just lasted one more day, and that day became a week, a month, a year, and finally I'm here. It's gonna feel overnight when it finally happens, but it's all about letting it happen. It's all about letting it actually fulfill. It's all about you not giving up on yourself. It's all about how much do you want it, how much work you're willing to put in. Now, if you're someone that's like, hey, I just don't think I want it that bad, it's fine, guys. Not everybody, one, needs to become a day trader, and two, not everybody's gonna become profitable. Some of us have other paths. And again, it's totally acceptable. It's better that you realize that you're not meant for it. It's better that you realize you're not supposed to be doing this sooner rather than later. I'd rather have somebody quit the first week realizing, hey, this is just not for me, versus somebody trying to stick to something and waste a lot of time. I am a believer. I believe in faith. I believe that if you put your mind, you can achieve anything, but I also need to be realistic at a certain point and realize that not everybody is meant for the same things. Where I understand with trading, 90% is all mental, guys. Trading is a really, really interesting thing to do in life. You know, with most things, there's an exact path. Hey, you do X, Y, Z, you go to school, you get a certain amount of grades. These are going to be the results of those grades. You're going to do well. With trading, it's actually not as much about the strategy you're using. There's people that do really well trading a bunch of different strategies. Some people trade news, stocks, futures, options. But what they all do that's the same, and that's where everything links together, is your risk management and your emotions. The one thing you can control. Think about it, you cannot control what the market is going to do. You can find the best A+ setup and you'll still fail you sometimes. But what can never fail you is your risk management. What can never fail you, we can never give up on, is your emotions. That's the thing the markets can control. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what strategy you trade. You master those two things, you inherently, there's no way you're gonna get an edge. Now, I've mentioned this before and I'll keep mentioning it. I'll take a trader that is not the best at spotting setups, not the best at technical analysis. He's really, really good at risk management. He's really, really good at managing his trades. That trader will always outperform a trader that doesn't have the proper risk management. He will always outperform a trader that may not follow his rules all the time. He may get greedy, he may have FOMO, he may do a bunch of different things that are wrong and they know they shouldn't be doing. So remember, be the trader that is always disciplined, because discipline will take you to wherever you want to go. And it doesn't only apply with trading, it applies with everything. If you're disciplined with your trading, if you follow your rules, I promise you'll get to your goals. Now, if you do not trade directly with me every single day, you don't learn from me directly, okay, Antonio, I want to learn exactly your strategy, I have a mentorship. You can sign up, the link will be down below, where I trade all my students, where I teach them exactly how I approach markets every single day. I'm commentating as I'm trading, so they don't just signal bot, they don't just blindly follow, they're actually there to learn, they're actually there to get better. And I'm really, really proud of this. It's a really exclusive mentorship that I run with not a lot of people, but I will say we have an 80 to 90% success rate of people being successful because we're there to actually not look for shortcuts. We're there to learn, we're there to get better, we're there to motivate, be positive, help each other, help us not give up on our dream. And this is why so many of my traders end up doing so well. And I've thought most of the traders that you do follow and watch on social media, they probably at some point have learned from me as well. But if you don't want to, if you don't enjoy mentorship, I appreciate you watching this video, liking, commenting, subscribing, all those great things. It helps out the channel. You know, we're trying to grow and trying to help as many traders out there as possible. And any type of support is greatly appreciated. As always, I'll see you guys in the next video.